today we are going to discuss timestamp based concurrency control algorithm. How concurrency control can be done using timestamps. Also, what is a timestamp? A timestamp is a monotonically increasing variable or integer value indicating the age of an operation of a transaction. Larger timestamp value indicates that a more recent event or operation. Timestamp based algorithm uses timestamp to serialize the execution of current transactions. For example, suppose that you have a transaction T1 and transaction T2, and suppose that transaction T1 is older compared to transaction T2, then timestamp of T2 will be greater than timestamp of T1. That means the earlier you start a transaction, the value of the timestamp of the earlier transaction will be less. Value or timestamp of newer transaction will be more. Timestamp based concurrency control algorithm. First one is basic timestamp ordering. That means if you want to write log an item X, then the algorithm is like this. If read timestamp of that is greater than transaction TS of T, that means TS of T means when that transaction has started, and read timestamp of X means that means the X value is modified or X value has been read by some other transaction. Then if you are reading a value, then that read timestamp will be updated. So if the read timestamp of X is greater than TS of T, or if write timestamp of X is greater than TS of T, that means if both either read timestamp of X or write timestamp of X is greater than TS of T, the meaning is an younger transaction has already read or written the data. Okay, that means a transaction which is newer or younger compared to our transaction has either read or written data. Okay, so in that case the transaction has to be aborted or reject the operation. Okay, but if both read transaction of X and write transaction of X are less than TS of T, in that case then execute write item X of T and set write timestamp of X to TS of T. Okay, so if the second case is a read item operation, if write timestamp of X greater than TS of T, then an younger transaction has already written to the data item, so abort and roll back T and reject the operation. That means if write timestamp of X is greater than TS of T means a newer transaction has modified the value of X. So in that case, if this is again read by this transaction TS, then that will be an invalid value. So you have to reject the operation. If write timestamp of X is less than or equal to timestamp of T, then execute a read item X of T and set read timestamp of X to the larger of TS of T and the current read timestamp of X. Okay, that is basic timestamp ordering. That means before writing data, you have to verify whether read timestamp of or write timestamp of that value is X time is greater than our transaction. If the timestamp is greater, that means an younger transaction has either read or written data. That means you have to abort. Otherwise, you can continue. Okay, that's the meaning. Then next one is strict timestamp ordering. Timestamp based concurrency control algorithms. Another variation of basic timestamp ordering is strict timestamp ordering. Here, transaction T issues a write item X operation. If TS of T greater than read timestamp of X, then delay T until the transaction T dash that wrote or read X has terminated. That means If timestamp of t greater than read timestamp of x, then delay t. That means if our transaction is a newer transaction, then we have to wait for the other transaction to complete its execution. That means either committing or aborting. Then second case is transaction T issues read item of X operation. If Ts of T greater than write timestamp of X, then delay T until the transaction T dash that wrote or read X is terminated. Okay. This is Thomas Wright rule regarding timestamp based concurrency control algorithm. The Thomas Wright rule is if read timestamp of x is greater than ts of t, then abort and roll back t and reject the operation. If write timestamp of x greater than ts of t, then just ignore the write operation and continue execution. This is because the most recent writes counts in case of two consecutive writes. If the condition given in 1 and 2 above do not occur, then execute write item x of t and set write timestamp of x to timestamp of t. Okay.